Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. This is episode number 15. Last time, we took our Tapahara Fruit Loop on an epic Quetzalcoatlus quest, and I managed, through trial and error and many tears shed, we found a good technique for taming the Quetzalcoatlus by sitting in the front seat of this 3-seater saddle and rebinding some whistles to F1 through F4. We were able to steer our Quetzalcoatlus while simultaneously being able to shoot from the saddle. And that worked awesome. We tamed Licorice, which now is level 44, just leveled up, has 1,400 stamina. And after that video was finished, somebody on the server saw that there was a level 130 Quetzalcoatlus around. And so I tried the same trick, right? The first time, we tamed a level 25. Okay, does that even count? They're so easy to down. Not nearly as challenging as level 130, but lo and behold, the technique of sitting in the front seat and using whistles to steer while you shoot is really good. It is legit. We downed the level 130 Quetzalcoatlus, and we named this one Truffle. And this one, compared to, what, like 1,350 stamina, already has 2,750 stamina. More than double. And that figure will go up faster because it has a higher base value. So now we have a really good Quetzalcoatlus, and we have a few goals in mind. We want to start taming some bigger animals that we can carry around with this guy. Or actually, it's a female. I really wish the animals were sexually dimorphous. You could tell the difference just by looking at them. Like if they had different looking feathers or something. Or scales, or colors, or plumages, whatever. I want to tame some animals. So here's what we're looking for. We're looking for, on our journeys, a very nice... Archaeopteryx? No. Ankylosaurus. I knew it started with an A. Ankylosaurus is good for metal and crystals and flint. The kind of the pickaxe version of stuff you hit with a rock. You hit a rock with. We're looking for that. We're also looking for a good animal for going caving. So that means a good saber-tooth and, or, in addition, a good drop panda from the redwood forest, which are called Thyleo, Colio, Oleo, something. Those guys are pretty good for the caves, but they don't fit in absolutely every one. And for the herbivores that we want to tame, we will need some plants. So I've set up just, until we have the next section built, I set up some composting bins. I've got my pig here, Morthea, making poop. We just feed stimberries to the pig, and out pops some poop. Maybe I didn't feed enough. You put the poop in here with some thatch, and out comes fertilizer. So far, I've got citronal seeds, which are basically oranges, orange-lime hybrid kind of things. Lots of fertilizer in there. And these are the rocka roots, savor roots, whatever. These are potatoes. So a lot of the vegetarian guys, these foods are way better than the berries. Oh, it just grew. It went from a seedling. No, it was already a fruitling. Maybe just the fruit was growing? Did we get more just now? No, I don't think so. Yeah, so we got the plants growing there so that we can tame some, what do they call it? I always forget the name. The flint metal animal with the club tail. Archaeopteryx? No. Argentavis? No. The one I mentioned before, but its name flew right out of my head. So we want to tame that. We want to tame the drop panda things. And we're also looking for snails and the little bugs. The snails are good for harvesting cementing paste, which we will need because we're going to start building more out of metal. And that's another reason we want the club tail thing I mentioned before that's good at harvesting metal. I don't know why sometimes some words just fly out of my head. I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. We need both of those to build out of metal because we need metal and cementing paste. And then we're also looking for stuff to go into caves with, to explore the caves, and also to tame the stink bugs, or whatever they're called, that are in the caves that will supply us with poop. Right? Is that everything? Okay, so let's hop on our friend here, Fruit Loop. Let's take a look at what our build is looking like so far. This platform out here has grown exponentially, and this is a temporary thing. We need to build upwards so we can have some space to breed animals, start fiddling around with that. It seems like a really interesting process where you can combine and try to get the best stats onto your descendants of your breeding program. We're going to be making a kind of like a breeding area slash animal holding pens. I guess like the next 3 levels. So a small gate is a 2x3 structure. This thing, I think and it's the. Somebody was complaining about the darkness, yeah, I think in the previous video, and in a recent update, I do believe that Ark, the developers, they changed the gamma values or something, so it is darker than normal. It didn't used to be this dark here. I'm not sure exactly how to fix that with the game settings because I can't find an actual gamma slider, but I will look into trying to fix that. Anyway, the first 2 levels probably use these doors here. But eventually, if we want to have a mammoth up here or something of that size, we will need a behemoth gate. But I think what we're going to do to start, I was at first going to just use a ladder. So I've got this shaft here, and we will use that. I'll continue developing that just in case as a secondary means of going up and down. But I think more often it's better to just use a staircase. It's more tactile, and it's actually faster. And it also just gives us a good, another thing to put in the build that adds detail. So far, the staircase has been on the inside. But now I think we're going to put it on the outside and just devote all that interior space to the animal storage itself. This is empty. Okay, I put a storage box there so that we could teleport up some building materials. So I've got all my building materials in this guy. I had him crafting up some stuff. Tons of building materials. And I just transfer that directly into this storage box. And then we're going to grab our transfer gun, and we're going to right-click to set the source. And then we're going to walk up. This is way faster than me manually carrying this stuff up and down. It would take me a dozen trips. I suppose I could still fly one of my birds down there, but it's getting a little bit more cramped. That's way better. Bam. Okay, it's all there. Let's grab some of that. Oh, I already have some of it on me. All right, that was just for illustration. I do have an egg. Let's get that off of my person. One of my pteranodons laid an egg. So we're going to have an exterior staircase. And what I would like is for each floor where we have a gate, I want there to be a little landing pad to land a bird on. If we have a Quetzalcoatlus carrying an animal, we need to be able to drop it off reliably. So we want a staircase winding up to the first landing pad, which will be outside of the main floor. And I guess the way the staircase works will determine where the first floor of this thing works. And we're going to keep the staircase going upwards counterclockwise. But I think it's probably going to be a little bit more interesting if it is... Let's see, I want it... There. They're going to be more interesting if it is one space off of these pillars. So then we can connect it up with... Let's see, I put some in here. We can have some connections. I don't know if these ones will look right, but we'll try it out. We can have some connections where it's kind of connected to the main structure with these catwalks, like we're bracing this thing or something. And I think what we're going to do, the staircase comes up here. So this is the main path. Once we're up a little bit higher, we'll be moving our plant stuff. So the path goes like this and then turns this way. We do want to make sure that we can still bring a bird in here, because that will be important for coming home, right? Because most of my inventory stuff, it's all down there. The animals are going to be up there. So I think we want the stair to start again right here, which means these guys need to say bye-bye. I'm just going to trim off this. Whoops. Okay. Well, that's okay. It's no big deal. And that should make an absolute straight line. And I should be able to close that up with two of the these triangular pieces. I did the same thing right here when I needed to route a staircase up and then down. This is the same shape, but I shaved off a piece of that triangular roof piece. Okay, so I want to be able... I guess we'll just test it. So if that is there, that means the landing needs to be like that. Okay, and then if we hold the E button down to get the options menu, we can say switch to stairs. I think at a certain point, we're going to transition these to start using metal stairs. I want to start transitioning as we go upwards to using more techie stuff, more metal structures and glass, and more electric lights, that kind of stuff. Down here is more medieval. We've got the torches on the wall. We want to have a kind of like a transition to that. Okay, let's get a little bit of a view. And that right there is not going to be a landing. It's going to go straight up. I just want to see. So let's say. Yeah, it seems like I can still fly right in there. No problem. So in order to introduce some jankiness factor, trademark, by the way, jankiness factor into our staircase, I decided to have it go up 2 flights. Have a landing, then go up 2 flights. And that puts us 1 space out from that pillar, trying to stay 1 space out so we can have these staircases later tied back into the structure instead of directly connecting to them. At least for the moment, we might change that. In addition to that, this first floor is going to expand out to a 6x6. It's currently 4x4, but we're going to expand it out to 6x6. So this space we're keeping away from these pillars is actually necessary, and I wanted the first platform and the door to either be in, quote-unquote, the front door or the back door, the front side or back side. I didn't want it overhanging the waterfall, just aesthetically. So if we hop on the tap hard, let's take a look. It's still disconnected from anything. I'm just trying to find where the level's going to be. We've got 1 landing in between there and then 2 landings in between here. So if the floor expands to 6x6, we can have a little platform where we can land and like drop off whatever animal. Okay, you didn't quite want to do it, did you? All right, so there is the first rough draft of the first storage area above our main living center. I guess we're probably something like 30% of the way done. We're aggressively trying to resist the cardboard box syndrome. So that's why I'm using all these rails on these staircases. Typically, I like for a base. I've always said this. If your base isn't trying to kill you, you're doing something wrong. And these railings make it harder for you to fall off running up and down the stairs. I'm doing that just to try to get away from the cardboard box syndrome, all of the flat surfaces. We're trying to carve things. We're trying to layer up materials and different building implements to create a more complex structure like what we have down here. Still need some work. We need to add some more of the structural stuff to connect the staircase to the thing, and we'll need to add some balconies and other things like that. These sort of braces, flying buttress things. Need to add some of those as well. This is the first platform. The platform looks very cardboard boxy, very flat. We'll work on that in time. And this floor won't be flat either. We're just getting started. Okay. But there's going to be the first door. I don't know if I'll be able to keep this connection. Here's one way to kill yourself, falling off or trying to walk inside. I might have to change that, depending on how the dinosaurs actually walking up here can handle it. Oh, you know what we can do? Here, let's do this. I want to spend the rest of the video trying to tame something, have a little fun, do a little adventuring. But now that we have a couple of Quetzalcoatluses, and we've got a level up here. Dude, you leveled up 3 times? 3,000 stamina. Pretty good. Okay, sit pretty. Creamsicle's been sitting here on the stupid staircase at the entrance to our base ever since I built this. For whatever reason, this type of dinosaur, iguanodon, cannot go up these ramps. I don't know why. It's kind of silly. I think it has to do with the fact that these dinos have 2 different gates. It's the only thing I can think of. I forget exactly how to change them. Right-click? Yeah, right-click goes from 2-legged to 4-legged. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're only on level 5. How you doing, friend? Salutations, neighbor. Okay, let's grab truffles. And we are going to scoop up Iguanodon, or our Iguanodon Creamsicle. Eventually, we'll probably move most of our dinos up here. I think. Look how much space we have. And then we've got so many different crafting mechanisms in the game with the different mods and all the different vanilla stuff. I think I might repurpose some of my early floors, which were going to be dinosaurs. I think I might repurpose those into putting like industrial grinder and maybe an industrial grill, all that kind of stuff I haven't built yet. It's kind of bulky. All right. Anyway, let me get some materials together. We'll go try to tame something fun. Okay, so we are officially on a thylacoleo hunt, the what I like to call the drop pandas that hover in the trees, sit on the side, and then pounce on you if you get in their way or you come too close. I did some scouting on a pteranodon, which is much faster, and I saw one around here that was, I think, a level 140. Let's see if I can see it again. They can be kind of tricky to see, particularly when you're on a giant, slow, lumbering guy like, or lady, as this dinosaur that we're on is right around here. Oh, okay, glare. Yeah, right here. Would have been, is that it right there? See how dark it is? Okay, the head's in the way. Is that a leaf? I don't want to get too close because I don't want to get pounced on. It was hanging up in one of these trees. Okay, that's not it. Let's just circle around a little bit. Now, I guess that's kind of one danger of scouting with a different dino and then coming back later is that the animal might not be there anymore, but I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. I think they really only tend to despawn if you take them far away from wherever they spawned at. Okay, guys, be very, very quiet. We're hunting wabbits. Level 140. Look at the coloration. Looks like a red panda almost. And my bird leveled up. All right, give you a little bit more stamina. So as long as we come at them from the top, this is actually fairly straightforward. If you come in here on the ground and you're the kind of person who doesn't wear armor, you're kind of just a city. Ah, no bugs. Okay. Let's take our time, no rush. We'll have to fight some little anti-things which decided to assault us just then. Where did they go? Did they not chase us? Okay, let's get some stamina back. It's probably a good idea either way. I panicked and I hit the button twice. Or I didn't panic, but I wasn't sure if the first one happened. Sometimes there's like a slight little bit of server lag. And then you have to, you think maybe, oh, it didn't happen. I gotta click the right click button twice. But I didn't have to. Should have just clicked it once. Okay, stamina. So, once we knock them out of the tree, I think they kind of will just hang out on the ground for a little bit. Oh. Yeah, that's what happens. Soldiers, bugs. Okay, let's try to spot our thylacoleo. AKA drop panda. Let's start up high, just to be safe. I'm not sure if they will scale back up the tree or if they just hang out on the ground after that. Steady does it. Is that you? There you are right there. Okay, here we go. Bounce, bounce. Go grab you. Got you. Okay. Now, simple enough at this point, there is... somebody made a taming pen, a public taming pen, on just the other side of these trees. So we're just going to fly around these trees, or probably more likely above them, so we don't have to risk getting pounced on. Oh, you are a beauty. Look at you. You're so ferocious. Can't wait to ride you. They can go up and down walls, which should be fun, and they're going to be good for exploring caves for that very reason. We can go up and down vertical caves. Let's see, where exactly? We want to be over here. Okay, here we go. And yoinks. In the pen you go. There's a one. What are you doing? Are you tamed? You are tamed. Okay. That kind of freaked me out. I don't want to get attacked by something. Just want to scope out the area. Let's get that and some darts. And we shall just plink away. Once you get to this point, it's kind of easy to tame stuff. That's what makes getting the Quetzalcoatlus and all the other animals so nice. They make some of the previous harder things a little bit more straightforward. guess it's like leveling up, but you're functionally leveling up because you can do the harder stuff easier now. Oh, hi. And these darts do almost no damage, so we're just gonna plick away. If I don't hit it in the head every time, it's fine. You are quite restless, aren't you? It's like you're stuck in a cage or something. Oh, yeah. All right, fell asleep, started to rain. Let's jump inside the pen here. We should be safe from anything. And plop on down. And be sure to give it the right type of meat. They want the cooked prime, not the normal prime. Okay, look at you. Oh, my gosh, you're magnificent. Oh, I love you already. Okay, here you go. Eat up, buddy. You are a female 140. I seem to really be popular with the ladies. Seems like everything I tame is female. 48-1. So when that gets down to 41.50, they'll eat the first one. And we'll see just how good they're doing. Somebody tamed. There's a dire bear. Haven't tamed one of these before. That's 115. You are silly looking. Look at that little squished face. And then somebody left you here, or unclaimed you, look like. I don't see who the owner is. Yeah, claim. You are unclaimed. Well, I'm not going to claim you. Oh, there it went. Name your Thyla. Let's do that a little bit later. Awesome. Just hit accept for now. For just a few minutes, you're going to be known as Thylacolio. Level 202. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. You're beautiful. I love you already. Okay, we need to get you back to the base and make you up a saddle. So let's do a behavior change. Since you're going to be pretty badass, let's put you on neutral for now and tell you not to follow me with the whistle. With a little whistle. All right, drink a swig of water. That took about a full day of game time. And I had to have someone let me lend their narco because I forgot to bring some. All right, let's put this back on the bird. Put that on the bird, that on the bird, and let's give you just normal, good old raw meat will do for now. Since you're tamed and you're not as picky anymore. Okay, here we go. Get on the bird and pick you up. Level 202, it will take you back to the base and find out what kind of stats you got. Use a stat, extract, oh, damn it. And you just stuck there under the wall. All right, here we go. All right, here we are back at the base. Let's give you a proper name, options, change name. I thought of a nice one. I thought since this animal is so badass, we have to give it kind of a fancy name, and all my animals are named after different types of food of one type or another. So I'm going to call you Lobster Bisque. Lobster Bisque. Okay, so with 202, we had a bonus of like 65 levels, and I'm using the Arc Smart Breeder to get the stat extraction. Every time an animal levels up, they level up the same way you do by putting points into one of these stats. And when you level them up, they get bonus levels, and those get allocated randomly. And with the Arc Smart Breeder stat extractor, you can determine how many points you got into each one. So this particular animal, we got, of note, 33 points into stamina, which is okay. And we had a decent amount into weight, 31. And the damage is only 24. So not the best. We'll have to do some breeding. I would like to breed these guys anyway because they're so cool. And I don't think anybody else on the island is doing that. We probably want damage. Yes! Oh, yes! Okay, let's get... I'm so happy. All right, here we go. Ooh. Okay, the walking speed is quite slow. This is like He-Man's mounts a little bit. More than a saber-tooth type. Oh my god. Look at that face! And when they sprint, they sprint. Okay, let's see if I can get out of here. I do have parachutes on me, right? Yes, I do. Okay, my iguanodon might... Oh, okay, my iguanodon might get eaten there. I think we need to replace this with actual flooring, because that's going to become a problem. Let's see if we can... Oh, God! Okay, animals... Animals don't take fall damage unless you're riding them. So that's what we need to do. We need to get down here one way or the other anyway. Okay, can I cancel out of this? I'm not sure that I can do the escape hatch. Lobster Bisque. So these guys can climb up and down walls. I want to see if they can jump if they have alternate attacks. Oh my god, the jump! Have you ever seen something cooler than this? Holy cow. Okay, saber-toothed tigers are cool. These guys are way cooler. What happens when we right-click? Nothing. Okay, let's try Z, X, and C. Okay, that's the tame order group. Nothing. X, nothing. So, okay, you hit C, and they spit on stuff. Look at the saliva. So, I'm wondering, do we just jump at a wall to climb? I want to use these guys to make my already vertical base even more vertical. Oh! Oh, so cool. Okay, can I go sideways? Can I only go straight up? Let's try on the side here where there's not the door. Looks like they just... There we go. Now, can they, if there's an overhang, can they do something with that? Looks like they kind of went... Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. How far can you jump? Almost the whole river. Let's go down here to the bottom because there's a big cliff there. Rawr! Munch, munch, munch. Yes. Let's see how good the stamina does and how good the attacking damage is and all that kind of stuff. Oh, you got murdered. Of course, as with anything else you're riding, it can take the poison damage. And we leveled up. I want to see how long the stamina lasts if we just sprint all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, I'm on your butt like glue. I wonder what happens if we roar at stuff. Do they get a... They get a debuff of any kind, or is it just cosmetic? Yes. Okay, we are sprinting. Might want to kill him for some chitin, keratin. We're going to be taking this. Next episode, we'll be taking our Thylacoleo into a cave and do some cave exploration. There's a alpha right there. Okay, that got us almost 200 hit points. Okay, let's try it. This might be a bad idea, but I'm going to do it. If we have to escape, if I see it going very badly for us, I will turn around and run the other way. Actually, we can run up the wall. Now that I think about it. Kill them! Kill them! Kill them! Are they both alphas? Okay, this is a bad idea. Oh my god, that was close. Okay, so they are not tough enough, at least this one is not, to handle an alpha raptor. Okay, but I did make my escape. If I had waited a half a second longer, we would have been dead. Thank God this thing scales walls. All right, so I think that's enough reckless behavior for one episode. Let's not kill my level 200 plus Thylacoleo lobster bisque right after I tame the sucker. But we did get a measure. At least I have a little bit of an expectation now of what they can handle and what they can't. I'm gonna put this animal, lobster bisque, back in the base. Next episode, we're gonna go explore a cave, which I don't think I've really done. Not too much anyway. Not extensively. We'll go explore one, see how far we can get, and see if we can find something cool to tame. Can you walk up here? No. Well, I guess we will just walk up the side. Maybe not. I'll go get the cats to carry you up. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day, and goodbye.